and recently added into that list, Mr. Carlos Ulberg.
Yeah.
And well, I must say it was a really good performance as well on the Contender series. What do you think of that, of his performance? And
No, well, I mean, it was what we wanted. It's what we wanted. Look, our longer term plan for Carlos was not to be in the UFC this early.
yeah,
We wanted to get him a little bit more experience.
Mm.
But the fact of the matter is, we're not going to get, like, we're stuck. And we could be stuck for another 12 to 24 months not being able to get Carlos out of the country to gain more experience.
Mhm.
So we were like, look, give us this opportunity. Mick Maynard, the UFC matchmaker, I know I had said to you that I planned to do this a little later, but give us this opportunity now. The world's shut down. I know Carlos can compete at the highest level and give any of those top guys trouble. Give us this opportunity, and we took a punt, and it worked out for us. It was very nervous times for me, but
Yeah, I could kind of. I saw the little bit of the footage of the recording of you guys and the team watching the fights, and I could see a little bit of that tension on your face, and especially you not being in that corner as well. Would you say it got to you a little bit?
100%. I hate it. I was nervous from the morning. Yeah, I was nervous from the morning. You already feel helpless when you're in a corner because you're not the person fighting now. Like,
inside the
now you want to go in and you want to help the guy beat the other guy up, but that's not the rules. Or you want to, or you think you can do a better job, but you can't. But you think, I can do a better job. You step out, I'll jump in. You feel helpless already, but you feel even more helpless when you're on the other side of the world watching a TV. You really feel like you can't do nothing.
Yeah, but one of the things that when I looked at, like, the interviews, the pre-fight, the hand wrapping and all that, I could see like a very high level of confidence on Carlos. Maybe not only confidence, but relaxed. He looked very calm and relaxed.
Yeah, and that's, honestly, I think that's a relatively recent thing for Carlos. It's something I noticed, and I sent him a message, but when he was traveling to the venue, but he's a guy who introspects a lot. He's a guy who is very well learned. He studies the game. He asks me a lot of questions. He reads a lot of books, which is the perfect student. That's how you become the best fighter. You want to learn every little bit of information that you can. You want to grab every tiny little bit of knowledge, no matter where it comes from, as you can. He's that sort of guy. He won 2 King of the Ring titles.
Yep, 2-time champion.
Yeah, and the first King of the Ring, I felt there was some lapses in his mentality there. Okay, he doubted himself, and he wasn't. There was times where his confidence was swaying, and we had to bring him back. Okay, and then in the second King of the Ring, he had completely dealt with that problem. That might have been maybe a year between the two.
Wow.
He strolled into that second King of the Ring like a fighter should stroll into a fight. Nothing is going to stop him from achieving that goal. He was oozing it like it was coming out of his pores. Only one person was going to win that night, and nothing was going to stop him. No man, robot, no natural disaster. There was nothing that was going to stop Ulberg from defending that King of the Ring title. And from where he came to the King of the Ring before that to that, he done a lot of work on his mentality. And now I text him. I said, remember that second King of the Ring? Remember your mentality? Take that into this Contender fight. And he did. And he's got a strong mind now.
And even looking at that fight, and obviously he's had experience, but like in this MMA fight, That was probably his was that his third? I don't want to get that wrong.
No. The funny thing is, he's had 6 MMA fights.
Yeah. 6.
Okay. If we could only get 2 on the record.
Mm.
We managed to get 4 now, but there's still 2 missing.
Oh, okay.
The problem is, he had them back in the day when they were in some hall in Otara. No one records anything, but there is actual video of him physically in the cage fighting.
Mm.
He's had 6 fights, so it went from 2, then we got 4, and then 6. So he has got a bit of experience.
6 fights. So and he fought a reasonably experienced guy as well.
Yeah,
with he has quite a bit of experience in.
He has, but Carlos was fighting kickboxing in his weight division at the most elite level possible. He was fighting guys who were at the best in the world and beating some of them. Like that's a level of competition that other guy hasn't even been close to. That's something that my guys take, like Brad, Israel, Carlos. That's like, you can't just ignore that. Like, yes, that guy's had 8 pro fights, but Carlos had 20 kickboxing fights and not including anything he's done as an amateur, 20 kickboxing fights at the highest level in stadiums in Asia filled with 20,000 people.
Yeah. And that was the other thing, was when you watched that fight, for someone who might not know Carlos or might not have known what he has done, like, he made it look like that guy had, well, in a way I would say, had no business being in there with him. That was how I felt. He made it look.
Yeah, I mean, and in all honesty, if that guy was going to stand with Carlos like he was, then he had no business standing, I mean, that guy, we never got to find out, but he may be a better MMA fighter than Carlos. I don't know. He never tried to mix his game up. But if you stand with Carlos, who's stood with literally some of the best cruiserweights in the world, that's
definitely not going to work out very well for you. Thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and see you on the next one.